Hi everybody, this is Sister Omi. I'm here to do the new moon in Pisces reading for the sign of Aquarius. So let's just think about this moon in Pisces. So one thing about this Pisces moon, it has a great sensitivity and perceptiveness of surroundings. So you may be feeling or have feelings of insecurity at the time. I strongly urge you to just be passive and only wait and see what happens in your life. If you engage in creative or spiritual search, you'll benefit from that Pisces imagination. And so I urge you, and this is general, this is for everyone. Every sign you listen to, I'm going to say the same, I'm going to preface with the same opening. So at this moon in Pisces, it's a good time to just meditate and go with the flow. So focus your goals on spirituality and your higher self. In fact, if you wrote down goals at the new year, it would be a good time maybe to pull them out and see how you can infuse spirituality in your goals, or how you could look at your goals and how they're going to elevate you or elevate your higher self. So this is about believing in your dreams, and sometimes you just have to believe in the things you cannot see. So with this Pisces rules the feet. So hey, it'd be a good time to get a pedicure, detox, exfoliate, get a foot scrub, pedicure, all that stuff. And when we had the full moon, new moon cycles, sometimes our sleep patterns are a little off. So it would be very good at this time to make sure that you're getting proper rest. So maybe it's one of those power naps, or you're going to take, gotta get your beauty rest. That's what I'm saying. So romance yourself, and while you're romancing yourself, think about what do you want to manifest at this time. It's also a good time to partake in some type of practice. I'm using yoga as an example. You have to find what works for you. But the thing is to avoid escapism, drugs, alcohol, overeating, sex, all these things we may do to escape. Instead of going to that first, maybe do some yoga, go to the gym, go to an art gallery, walk in nature, do some form of meditation, prayer, to get yourself centered. Because with the moon and water, it's like your emotions are probably all up and down. So this would be a good time to try to substitute that instead of just going to that escape behavior. So, Aquarius. This is for Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising. So I've laid out the cards, and let's see what we got for you. The first card is Seven of Water, and the way it's depicted in this deck is almost like casting your dreams down, and once it hits the water, you see you have the 7 layers, like this. You can see the shades of the water are different. It's like the 7 chakras. It's like the process you have to go through to make your dreams come true. Or it's the process you have to go through here, dealing with that water and that emotion to get you, or you have been through all of this so that you could be in a more emotional state. So you have to manage a lot. There's been a lot of multitasking. So thoughts of the past can influence your future. But you have many options in front of you. So get all the details and make an educated decision. So another thing with this water, you got water here. And so it's like taking the steps before you make a decision. Taking the steps. Meditate, contemplate before. Don't make an emotional rash decision. So if it has to do with your love relationship, realize no relationship is perfect. If it has to do with your money, maybe money matters are changing for the better. If it has to do with your career, there's several directions you can go. So if you're looking to make a career move, remember you have to go through all the steps, get all the details, get all the steps so that you can make a rational decision, not based on emotions. Like, these people are getting on my nerves and I got to get the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? So in addition to that, maybe it's family. Family life can be hectic. So, you have to be selective on how you give out your attention. You just have to decide, what crisis you're going to feed into at this particular time when it comes to family. So with all this water, it's definitely take your time, meditate, take your time, contemplate, take your time, romance yourself, go get that pedicure, stick it in all that water and think about all the things you want to manifest at this time. Next card we have here is the air element. Now air is a masculine active element. Air, what are you thinking? Excuse me. Air, it's like Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So this is you. You like, oh, what's going on in your head right now? Another good reason to just be in a meditative state. Now, this is also air, breathing, oxygen. Maybe do some breathing exercises and realize air relates to intellectual expansion, communication, and maybe these are areas that you just have to focus on. Like I said, what are you thinking about? What is it that you want to communicate? What area is it that you want to expand? Is that why you're casting your dreams into the water? You have to go into the depths. If you think about it, it's like all the chakras, all the things you have to do to elevate yourself. What are you communicating to yourself? And what actions are you taking? Because air, the wind is active. And the wind can stir all this water. Again, with this moon, it's definitely time for a meditative state to calm the mind, because the mind is active. And if you're thinking about things you want to pursue, which are intellectual, if you're thinking about things you want to communicate, you want to make sure that the mind is in a state so when you get ready to articulate all these things that you're experiencing or want to share at this particular time, you could do it in such a way that it's like people are going to be bowing. Oh my God, she's so magnificent. So take this time to calm the mind. Go ahead, get that pedicure. Take that beauty rest. So we have 9 of Swords of the mind. What are you worrying about? What are you thinking about? What are you obsessing over? So this is like maybe there's some problems here. Maybe they're physical or mental. But there could be a tendency just to be obsessive. And I think the way these cards are going, I think it's just more obsessive with this moon. It's just stirring up a lot of emotions. And so obsessive behavior, you just need to go ahead. Like I said here, take it down. This is still air. This is air. We're starting off with water, so this is emotional. All this air is blowing the emotions. So we have to calm that active mind. This in the Rider-Waite deck, you see the person like sitting on their bed with their hands on their face. It's like all the blades are like coming down. It's like all these thoughts. Oh, job, home, family, car, this, gotta pay the bills. All this stuff is, you're just obsessing over. So you gotta find a way to more or less regain your power, and then let yourself be guided out of this obsessive nature. So if it has to do with love, hey, maybe there's a painful loss. Or if it has to do with money, maybe there was some poor financial planning. But, you can get help with that. You can turn that around. If it has to do with your career, consider relaxation techniques. Take up a hobby so that you can unwind. Isn't that what we just said with that air element? Now, if it is a family member, maybe a family member is suffering, and you feel obligated to that person, everything might have to take a back seat, but also realize, it's just temporary. It's just sometimes you have to believe in the things you cannot see. And that's why you cast that little prayer down. And it's going to miracles don't happen overnight, but you have to let Spirit know what you want. And as I said, this is a good time to think about what you want to manifest. Cast down that prayer. It's like going through all the chakras. You see the 7 levels here? You have to go through all that. And with all this air is active and masculine. So you have to find a way to calm that. Like when I suggested yoga, for example, or some type of physical exercise, it usually gets your mind, you're too much busy focusing on your exercise, and then also with that, you're breathing. You're getting an infusion of air, or maybe find something, do some different type of breathing techniques, because it said here, like, you're obsessing. You have to find a way to calm all that, not to obsess. Now, I usually pull one card that I use for spirit messages. Aquarius, this new moon, this like a couple people got two, 3 cards in different areas. Well, Aquarius, you're getting 2 spirit messages, okay? So let's see what Spirit has to say. And here you got, first one is the 7 of Wands. So this has to do with a challenge or defending yourself or willful justification. But the message here is it's time to pick your battles. Fame, status, and materialism might not be worth fighting for. Love, respect, and relationships are. Look within and determine what is most important to you. Then make a stand and fight to defend your right to live your life, or live the life you deserve. Whoa. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? This is fire. Now pick your battles. Now, interesting enough, the second message Spirit wants you to know is 9 of Cups. So we got fire and water. So it is boiling up in here. It's getting hot in here. 8 of Cups. And 8 of Cups is about satisfaction, contentment, accomplishment, and those type of things. And the message from Spirit is having a winning attitude is half the trick to winning in life. The other half is maintaining your emotional and physical health. You are in a prime position to succeed in all areas of life. You have a beautiful network of loved ones who support and admire you. You exude confidence and charisma. Be mindful to share yourself and your resources. Don't starch the flow of good luck by constricting your generosity. What? So pick your battles, and you're going to be, there's satisfaction here for you. So this is a good time to take it back just a little bit, to refocus, recenter, especially with the mind and how you're going to communicate. You want to have that winning attitude. And if you're going to pick a battle, you want to make sure you're picking the right battle, because you're already casting your dreams in. You know what you want to manifest here. And that this moon is stirring it up. And at this moon, the air is like blowing, you're all in your mind, and now you're obsessing. So the Spirit wants you to know to pick your battles wisely and to know that to succeed, all you need is a winning attitude. Aquarius, this is amazing. I'm going to tell you something. This is the first time I ever got 2 cards. For Spirit really wants you to know that. Pick your battles. Because some of them just ain't worth it. And having a winning attitude. Maintaining that emotional balance is what's going to be key here. Now, the crystal, let me pull this up here. Halite. Isn't that pretty? And this is the master cleanser. Halite draws out impurities from your physical, energetic, and soul bodies. It dissolves old patterns, negative thoughts, toxic emotions, promoting emotional well-being. Halite stimulates the meridians and grounds the healing properties of other crystals. So as Spirit wants you to know, you want to be able to pick your battles. Spirit wants you to know to have that winning attitude. So with casting your dreams into the water and all this water, new moon, and this air element, which is masculine, you got that 9 of Swords, which is, obsessing. So this really is just saying it's time to just clear stuff out of your life, declutter your space, clean your car, detox your body and mind, maybe do a juice fast, and know that regular detoxification and purification on all levels ensure well-being, as does being anchored to the earth. Basically, that's what that 8 of Cups, a winning attitude, balancing that physical and emotional being. And this represents that base chakra. The base chakra, also your sacral chakra. And when I'm saying the base chakra, I'm talking about the earth chakra, the 6 inches below the earth. Then we have the base chakra where you feel secure. And in addition to that, it's your solar plexus, which is your mind. So I strongly urge you to get physical exercise, get out into the sun. Go ahead and clean your car. That could be almost something you do meditative, like clearing your mind, clear your car, clean your house, all those type of things, which is really good because that, in a sense, makes it easier, or it clears the space and it clears your mind. Aquarius, this is beautiful. Wow, I'm still amazed you got 2 cards. 2 cards. Spirit really wanted you to know something there. And here you got the eucalyptus tree, another aspect of nature I use. And everyone, depending on if you've been listening, I love the trees. And what it says, the arms of love draw closer to you. And ambition you love grows into what is visible and tangible. So whatever you're working on, whatever you cast that dream, we have that air, that mental energy, that masculine mental energy, that we have to make sure we maintain balance and no obsession here. And realize we can pick our battles and have a winning attitude. So it's saying love revealed, and do some detox too, right? But love revealed. What is it you love? It doesn't have to be a love relationship. It could be love of something that you do. Maybe you paint. Maybe you do art. It could be something other than your job too. People go to 9 to 5s every day, but on the side they're doing something else that infuses passion into their life. And what you may find, it says you're going to find maybe that there's some other things that you love that you haven't considered, but you have to be able to pick your battles wisely and have a winning attitude. And do that cleanse. Meditate. Go ahead, soak your feet. get that power nap, or get your some more beauty rest during this phase. Now, I pulled 2 chakra cards. The first one here is listen. And this is the throat chakra. Because, the ears and the throat and neck, respiratory, isn't that when we said air? You got some of these air cards just like breathe. Maybe like walking in the park real fast, get some sun, and do some breathing exercise to infuse some air. This is how we communicate. But another aspect of communication is being able to listen. So sometimes maybe with all this meditation, we just need to be quiet and listen. Don't make any knee-jerk reaction. Just be able to listen and hear. Because, you could be getting some valuable information. But if you don't have that winning attitude and you're always willing to fight for the wrong thing, maybe what is that saying? Listen to the message, not the messenger. That could be challenging sometimes. But as I said earlier, sometimes it's hard to believe in the things we can't see. So this is about trust, faith, using your intuition. And with this listening, even though this is, like I said, the throat chakra is probably very, very good to drink a lot of herbal teas possibly at this time. Now, the next chakra card I pulled here is the crown chakra. The crown, and we got rejection. And rejection is God's way of protecting you. Our ego, sometimes we can't stand it. I guess that's why I said pick your battles. So maybe something may come up at this time, but hey, don't worry about it. Because rejection is a way that spirit protects you. God, your angels, your ancestors, however you look at it. But it's almost like, he's like worried here. But you see the spirits all around him like, hey, I got you. Don't even worry about it. You're getting rejected because we're protecting you here. So if something doesn't work or hasn't worked, no, God was protecting you. And, so what I think is really interesting too, since this is that crown chakra, the mind, what are you thinking? It's really good to drink a lot of good clean water, stay away from processed foods, and maybe intermittent fasting, which would actually go very well with this particular crystal. Talk about cleansing. And it's also a good way to clear your mind. I know some people fast 1 day a week. So you have to find kind of what works best for you. But realize, hey, cast your dreams. But be able to sometimes having faith in what you can't see, because nothing happens overnight. It's like you have to go through all there's several layers, which I think was interesting because it's like the 7 chakras. But just think everything is a process that you have to go through if you want to manifest something. So it's like cast your dreams. If you want to get some air with that air element, go to the ocean, walk on the beach and say your prayers. And realize that they're being heard. And interesting too, you see, even though it looks like daylight though, there's the moon. The moon is right there. Moon represents mother. She is watching. And cast your prayers, but be patient. But also do the work here with the air element. So we're talking about whatever you've been thinking about, whatever it is that you've been wanting to create, whatever's been on your mind. Maybe write them down, because this affects your communication too, which is also part of listening and speaking. Maybe write them down at this time. And how could you infuse that spirituality? How can you infuse your intellect? How can you infuse your perception? Because if we want to make sure that you're perceiving things in the proper way. And if you'll have to do that so that you can stop obsessing. You know, if you think about everyone got bills, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this. All the stuff is always on you every day. So it's about maybe compartmentalizing some of this stuff, because you know you can't obsess over it. So really think about what is it that you could do. So these are the things that may cause you to go into escapism: drink, alcohol, overeating. So go out, go to the ocean maybe and say your prayers. Go walk outside, get some fresh air, breathe all this air, you know. And this air too, maybe you just need to breathe. Or maybe if you go to a YouTube channel and do some breathing exercises. But realize here with this Seven of Wands, Spirit wants you to know, pick your battles wisely. Spirit wants you to know you can win. All you need is the winning attitude. What you can do is clear yourself. A good way to clear yourself: clear out your car, your closet, your mind. Maybe do a juice fast. And realize going through all of this, something will be revealed. Maybe you're going to find out you love something that you haven't thought of. Or you're going to find you may have more passion for something than you even imagined. But all you have to do is listen. Drink a lot of herbal teas. This is the throat chakra. This also has to do with breathing, respiratory, or not, excuse me, yes, breathing, respiratory, but your life force. So breathe, drink herbal teas, all this. Because it's almost, when you look at it, it's like this with that air. Think about all the stuff you must have on your mind right now. So breathe. And realize, hey, whatever's going on in your head, this is the crown chakra, your head. Hey, drink plenty of water. Don't stay away from processed foods, and realize if you're being rejected, God is protecting you. You're getting rejected for a reason. Just know protection is here. All right, Aquarius, this was the longest one. Wow. But please like, share, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. This is Sister Omi. Peace.